Welcome back to the Uprising Network. We are back with another review, another episode of Review for You. And first things first, I want to thank everyone for all the support I got from the first episode. You know, I really don't want to be in front of the camera, but I have to do what I got to do. And people said I look comfortable, gave me a lot of suggestions for movies to review in the future, and everything else. So I'm really excited about this, and we're going to keep on moving forward. So this week, the review is for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, I'll admit, I'm not the biggest comic book nerd, head, whatever you want to call it. I'm not, but I really enjoy the culture around all of it. You know, I enjoy the movies and I enjoy the storylines and all of that. It makes me wish I did read the comic books growing up. So, on to the review. Growing up, you don't really hear about Guardians of the Galaxy. It's always like Iron Man, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, Wolverine. You know, I never really heard Guardians of the Galaxy. When I saw the first volume, or the first movie, I was blown away about it. You know, I didn't have really no idea what it was about in the beginning, but I was blown away because it just had every element of it. It had the storyline of it gave the emotional background to the characters. It had well enough action, great, you know, acting involved. It was great. I give the first one 9.5 out of 10. 9.5, you know. But with that said, the second volume was even better than the first one. This one had everything you can ask for from the first movie, plus more for the second one. It was a storyline of, it was basically emotional character building for every single character. With Star-Lord's character, with Rocket Raccoon, Gamora, everybody had like some background story, family issues going on. One big episode of Maury / Jerry Springer / throwback Oprah episodes. All of that, you know, all of that. You know, Star-Lord comes across his father. His father says he's been looking for him for centuries and hundreds of years. Whatever. Star-Lord doesn't even realize he's as old as he is, because he's half God, he's half human. But he was raised by his mother, which he considers himself to be human more than he thought he was a god. So he comes across his father. His father shows him this whole world that he created and how, you know, they could basically run these other galaxies together because he's a god. And, you know, the next thing you know, his father isn't who he says he is, and all kind of bull happens after that. You know, you get the real action after that. Then you have another sideline story of Gamora, Zoe Saldana's character. She has these issues with her sister. Her sister always felt she wasn't good enough, and her father led her to believe she wasn't as good as her sister. And next thing you know, they're fighting. Her sister, she saved, earlier in the movie, she saved her from getting killed. And she comes and she tries to kill her throughout the whole movie, not realizing that they're better off together than they are separate. And Rocket Raccoon finds out that, you know, he was going through some therapeutic stuff through the movie, which you have to see, which is really funny. He's funny. And Drax, I believe his name is Drax. Maybe my mind is going blank right now. The muscle-bound dude, he has some emotional stuff going on, but it had everything you can ask for in a Marvel movie. A lot of them are really top-heavy with the action, like maybe the Avengers, and some of the dialogue may be too long, and it doesn't balance out very well. But with Guardians of the Galaxy, it gives you the perfect balance of everything. It gives you the action, gives you the emotional, the character building. It was, of course, 2 hours long. Every Marvel movie is that long at this point. But it was great. It's not much I can say about the movie without revealing too much. The villains were great. Rocket Raccoon is, I wouldn't even mind seeing like some kind of little Netflix series or something regarding him, because he seems very his character can go. It's a lot you can do with his character. Groot is still growing up, because in the first one he died and he became a sprout, and he's still growing up from baby Groot, and he has a definitely central role in the movie, even though all he says is "I am Groot" throughout the whole thing in different tones, you know. But it was great. It's definitely one of those movies you just have to go and see for yourself. You have to trust me on it. I give it a 10 out of 10 for sure, because I can't think of any flaws. With it. It is there was never a time where I was looking at my watch like, damn, this seems really long. It seems really long. Okay, we got 20 minutes. All right, I'm just waiting for the best part. No, it was a perfect balance throughout the whole movie, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. When it's definitely one of the movies that if it's on TV, you probably stop to watch it for sure, no matter where it's at in the storyline. You know, although I will say, even though it's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it has nothing to do with anything else. Like, it's one of those movies you could really just miss this and not be thrown off about what happens anything else in the story. Like, usually the movies kind of connect in a way. I know Marvel has the different layers. They have the streets going on right now with the Netflix series and the Defenders, and then they have the Netflix with this whole mystical stories going on with the Avengers and, you know, Captain America and all that. And then they have stuff going on in the galaxies, which is the Guardians of the Galaxy. And eventually all of them are going to come together. I'm not sure about the Netflix characters, but like the Avengers and the Guardians and all that, they're eventually going to come together and do something. And that's what I'm really waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on the most. Great movie, 10 out of 10. Just go out and see it. This is one of those where you should just have to go out and see for yourself. I don't want to reveal too much because I don't want to. It's so much going on in it. But that's really my review for this week for Guardians of the Galaxy. Check it out as soon as possible before it leaves theaters. And then it might even be a movie that I buy. I might not even like steal this one because I usually steal movies online, you know. But I'll probably buy this one. So check this out. Till next time, review for you. Send me some reviews. Like, I'm going to do throwback movies as well. I'm going to throw some throwback movies as well. I was watching Belly the other day. And I'm like, I think I might want to talk about this for a second. You know, so you'll probably see that for next week because I don't think it's anything coming out in theaters that I really want to check out or will pay to see anyway. So until then, y'all be safe out there. Create responsibly.